Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we get caught up because this week we have made major progress in many different games that I've been playing. And this, of course, is going to result in the schedule being shuffled around a little bit and also some new games perhaps being added to the rotation. I'd also like to explain how I'm going to be covering some future games and some games that haven't been doing so well, because right now, a few things have been up in the air that a lot of people are confused about. But also, today is a momentous day for two reasons. Number one, it's the Battlefield 6 open beta, and I'm actually going to play it today on PC, on keyboard and mouse for the first time. A lot of people played it last weekend and said it's absolutely amazing, so we'll talk about that. It should be pretty fun. But in addition to that, we are at 9 out of 10 support goals hit. And if we hit a support goal on this stream, it will be DSP Tries It Shake Shack. I'm excited for that. So, we got a lot going on today. And today, incidentally, is the final podcast of the week. I will be foregoing one tomorrow again, and we'll talk about why in just a moment. So, I hope that you guys are ready. Sit back and relax. It is time for the Level 1 podcast. Okay, everyone. Good morning and welcome to the show. It is Thursday, the 14th of August, 2025. And of course, I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast. If you didn't notice, this week we didn't do tons of podcasting. This is only the third episode of the week, and we're 5 days into the streaming week. You might say, geez, does this mean the podcast just isn't doing well? No, actually, couldn't be further from the truth. Usually, the podcast does well. Usually we have a great time hanging out and chilling and talking about various topics. But recently, I found myself so backlogged on certain playthroughs, particularly ever since I missed a week of streaming back in July that was unscheduled, that I've needed maximum time to play games to get as far as I can in them. Notably this week, the major focus was trying to get to the end of Death Stranding 2. The good news is we did it. As of yesterday's Death Stranding 2 major gameplay stream, which was about another 3.5 hours of content, we got to the end game. We are only around 2 hours roughly away from the end of the game. So that means that tomorrow we will wrap up the playthrough and finally be able to move on to some other games and projects, which I've been waiting for. I know that there are certain things that you guys have been waiting for all summer, like the Suikoden 2 playthrough that I promised you several months ago when the Suikoden 1 playthrough did so well. So we got to get to this stuff, which means we have to start completing games. The problem that I'm having right now is that basically there are games that either only fit into a late night chill stream vibe, or we tried them as daytime streams, and after a certain amount of success, the popularity waned. So what ended up happening was we took those games and delegated them now to late night chill streams, late night shorter streams. For example, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Grand Theft Auto 4. They didn't really work out that well as day streams. They worked for maybe a week or two, and then as the interest kind of tapered off, I moved them to the night streams. Well, they're actually not doing bad as night streams. The last GTA 4 stream that I did actually far exceeded our support goals, and people really enjoyed it to the point where they asked, hey, if we keep doing this level of engagement and support, could we still do the DLCs? And I said, yeah, I would consider it. Last night, Donkey Kong Bonanza, after being away for a week, actually did really well, and we hit the goal. And we made major progress in it as well, which we're going to talk about in a second to let you know where we are with these games and when they're going to wrap up. So the thing is, they're all doing well, right? It's like, okay, well, that's your late night lineup then. Except now we've got Mafia, which has not done well at all besides the very first stream. Mafia has been a big disappointment when it comes to how it's doing on stream. Not the game itself, because I actually think the game itself runs well and looks beautiful, has a good, interesting story, and so far it's entertained me. Apparently, though, it's not really entertaining the majority of my audience, and that's the problem. I'm streaming in order to entertain you, and if I'm playing a game that's not entertaining, then that means I either have to play it less, play it on a night stream, or just not play it at all. Now, in the case of Mafia, the game's short. It's only 10 to 15 hours long, so the fact that you guys didn't like its initial few streams doesn't mean I'm going to drop it, but it definitely means that I need to do something about it. But what? When the entire night lineup is already full. Hence the problem, right? We're at a point where it's like, well, you can't have every game as a night stream, right? Something has to give here. We have to figure something out. So, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I think I kind of know what to do. And I think that next week is going to be an interesting week, although next week is actually, going to be a shorter streaming week for me. That's right. Next week is going to be 5 days instead of 6. Why? Well, because I need to have an extra day off. My wife and I want to go out and do some stuff. We have some things we need to get caught up on, and we can't just do it in one day. Like, notably, last weekend, I came off of doing Mega Man Marathon 2, and instead of having a day where I could recuperate and rest, it was literally a day where I was stressed out and running around and doing all this stuff, and I came back to streams on Sunday feeling completely drained, getting no rejuvenation or recuperation at all. That's not a good thing. I need to have 2 days off sometimes, and this week is going to be the week that I do that coming up. Not this weekend, but the weekend after. So, because of that, next week only being a 5-day streaming week, we got to figure this out, and I think I have. I think I kind of know what I want to do. Notably, there are new games that will be coming out near the end of the month. The next 2 big releases that I'm interested in are the Gears of War remake / re-release. That's coming out, I think, on the 26th. And then on the 28th, there is the Metal Gear Solid 3, or they're calling it Metal Gear Solid Delta, re-release, which is a modern remaking of that game. So those 2 games I definitely want to play. You guys seem to be very much, wanting me to play them as well. I think the Gears of War will be interesting because you have the multiplayer aspect, and then you also have the campaign, and I don't know if you guys are going to want to see one or both. Like, I definitely want to do the multiplayer because I remember the multiplayer of that game being great. But then again, you wonder, will people want to see me do the campaign? I have actually never played through the campaign of Gears of War 1. Not once. I only did the multiplayer when I owned it on Xbox 360 back in the day. So maybe we could do that. I don't know, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. So we got good stuff coming up, but that's at the end of the month, right? So we basically still have another week to 2 weeks to focus in on other things before those new releases hit. So we'll talk in just a sec about the schedule, but today is a good day because not only are we going to be checking out the Battlefield 6 beta, which you guys have been really wanting me to play ever since it came out last weekend. People were like, oh, you didn't play it. I'm like, well, that's because I also did a marathon. That's because I also did Mafia. What are you going to do? I can't do everything at once. But now the Battlefield 6 campaign is open, and it's going to be great. Hopefully. I'm hoping it runs well. By the way, just so you know, playing Battlefield 6 on PC, you actually have to go out of your way, if you don't have it on, to enable some kind of anti-cheat thing with your motherboard. I'm not kidding. Like last night, I downloaded the Battlefield 6 beta on Steam, and I clicked play to see if it would boot. And it said, oh, you don't have this weird safety code anti-cheat enabled. I was like, what the hell is that? And so I had to research it, and I found out that it's tied to your motherboard of all things. And I had to boot into my BIOS in order to freaking enable this thing on my PC so we could play Battlefield today. EA is fucking stupid. Like, they're really that crazy thing about this game. Oh, well, we don't want anyone to cheat, so you have to go to your motherboard and change the setting. What the what are you talking about? Are you insane? You think your game is that important? It's not. No, really, it's not. I don't know. The thing that gets me too is that, Call of Duty is the number one FPS in the world. Always, has been for many, many years. Always the dominant force, always the best seller, right? They don't use it. So why does EA need it for Battlefield? It's just really weird. But anyway, I did enable it. It should be fine for today. First time I'm playing on keyboard and mouse here in many months. Last time was Black Ops 6. What was that? March, April, whenever I stopped playing that. So I am excited to see how it goes. People have said so many good things about it. So should be a fun time. The one bummer is I'm going to be using headphones and I don't have real true surround sound. I tried the Logitech software and there's too much bass and it's not true surround. If I disable that, then I still don't get true surround. It's kind of weird. My old headphones that I had, the Corsairs, those used Windows Spatial Audio. And so I actually had like a semblance of surround sound. The new ones, the Logitechs that I bought, don't use Windows Spatial Audio. It doesn't work. So I don't know. I'm going to give it a try, see how it goes. And hopefully this will be a great stream. If today's stream goes well, and what I mean by that is if today we get good attendance, good engagement, and good support for Battlefield 6, I will play it again on Sunday. We'll do 2 sessions of it instead of just 1. And I think that'll be good for variety. That'll be good to get a good taste of the game. If it looks good, I'm going to get it. I'll play it in the fall when it comes out. I actually don't know if it has a solid release date yet, does it? Battlefield 6? But I'll play it if it comes out. I would love to have a competitor to Call of Duty. Seriously, we need to have a competitor to Call of Duty. I don't know why it's been so long. Call of Duty being so dominant when a lot of the times they don't try and they're just kind of dialing it in, phoning it in, and Modern Warfare 1 remake, Modern Warfare 2 remake, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 5, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7. Dude, what? Can you do anything innovative? Can you do something new? And as they say, competition breeds innovation. We need to have competition. Is this true? Battlefield 6 is coming out October 10th. Okay, I'm going to put that on my calendar. Thank you for telling me. We do not know when the next Call of Duty is coming out yet, do we? What's crazy is we're almost into the fall. It doesn't feel like it, but we're halfway through August already. And I'm like, damn, pretty soon we're going to be in the busier gaming season where there's going to be a bunch of games coming out nonstop. And I'm not used to that so quickly. It's just time is passing quickly this year. That's for sure. So anyway, the reveal of Call of Duty will be on the 19th, and that's when they'll explain it. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tag. Tag is telling me all this information about first-person shooters today. All right, so on the 19th, we should have the idea about Black Ops 7 or whatever the hell it's going to be. Okay. All right. By the way, a lot of people are saying hello. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone today? Matt, how are you? Clam Cut Ty, what's up? Big Mac, yo. Let's see. Tag, of course, I said hello. Itzy. We got Jade is here this morning. Good morning. Noble Times, how are you? Rodney over on Kick. Who do we got on Kick today? We got Skiznalit. We got Roll Lag Mayish. You mean Roll Laggy Mash, but you didn't write it out? Quantaminth, how are you? Or is it Awanaminth? I think it's Awanaminth. Already this is a fail. I wanted to see today, if I didn't have my mug with me today, how would my thermos work? Can I drink straight from the thermos? I just tried and immediately leaked everywhere. My first attempt to drink from the thermos was a fail. It leaked, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen, which is why I always use a mug that I pour it into. Let me try that again. Yeah, it's leaking. So, darn it, I'm probably going to have to go get a mug. I can't use this to just drink from because it leaks everywhere. Great. Shout out to Casanova, who upped their membership for a whopping 47 months. Thank you, Casanova, for nearly 4 years of support here on YouTube. And then we had Roman Victor, 13 months. He says, fill his love, fill his life. Thank you to the Roman Victor. And it looks like Tag attempted to gift a membership. And it does count as a new membership, but it doesn't look like YouTube gave it to anyone, did they? It didn't pop up in my feed, so I'm not sure if it actually gave it out or not. Hopefully it does. But thank you, Tag, for the first membership of the day. That's for $3. I appreciate that. King Michael, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Okay. All right, 1 second. All righty. Got the mug. Now I can actually have a drink without spilling all over the place, thankfully. Good stuff. Looks like our first super chat came in. James with a $5 super chat. You're the man. Thanks for doing what you do. You're welcome, James. I don't know what it is particularly you like about what I do. I don't know if you like the podcast. I don't know if you like the gameplay. I don't know if you like me just goofing off. But I'm happy to hear that it's giving you some level of enjoyment. Excuse me. Chris, good morning. How are you? How's it going, man? Okay. That thing you do? Oh, God, remember that song? Mama, 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 that thing you do. Was that from a movie or something? I think there was a movie, right? And it was supposed to be documenting like a fake musical group from like the 1950s or something like that. I can't remember. That stupid song. I remember it sticks in my head every time I hear it. Oh God, we gotta have something else stick in my head now. Okay. Oh yeah, Call of Duty has announced they're gonna use the same anti-cheat as Battlefield 6. Well, there you go. I guess it's a good thing I enabled it on my motherboard then, right? There you go. Why am I ignoring YouTube chat? How could I be ignoring YouTube chat? I just sat down and started reading YouTube chat. What a silly thing to say. What's going on, Slayer? He says he's near the end of Mafia now. He says he thinks it'll take 3 more day streams for me to beat Mafia. He's at chapter 14. Really? I hope not. I was thinking maybe 2. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Was it? That was Tom Hanks' directorial debut? Oh, I never saw the movie. Yeah, I've never seen the movie. I only know the song. Huh. Okay, so thank you to James for that super chat. Let's get you up on the leaderboard as the first super chatter of the day. Excuse me. All right, so 2 things about today and support. We are 9 out of 10 goals hit. If we hit a support goal on this stream by like 3:30 p.m., then I will be doing DSP tries at Shake Shack. Now, I looked at the menu last night, okay? Shake Shack has some interesting stuff. Burgers, well, they got the standard Shack burger, which is what we had last time, so I don't want to do that again. But they have like one that's called like a Smoke Shack. That one looks pretty good. I think it has like a barbecue sauce and other stuff on it. They have one with fried pickles on it. They have another one that has a giant breaded fried mushroom. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think I'd rather do like, I don't want to do the standard burger because we did that months and months ago, but I think I want to do a different burger with some stuff on it. So I'm definitely going to get a burger with some stuff on it. All right. Hot dogs. They have plain. They have a cheese dog. They have a fried onion and cheese dog. And they have a bacon and cheese dog. And I'm looking at them all. I'm like, fried onions or bacon. I'm not really a fan of the breaded fried onion when it comes to a fast food place. Too many places do it, and it's usually crappy. Like, remember we just did the Burger King barbecue brisket burger, and it had all those breaded fried onions on it. And do you remember how bad it was? Like, it really was not good. It was like just a mush. It's just disgusting. So I don't think I want that. So I'm thinking maybe I might even do the bacon cheddar or the bacon cheese dog. It's not cheddar, it's cheese. So maybe just bacon and cheese dog. Um, Chicken sandwiches. Again, they have many variations. I looked. I might do one. I'm either gonna do the basic chicken sandwich, or I'll do like they have one that has like a topping on it or something. I might do that. I think one might be spicy or something like that actually. And then there is the sides, and I'll be honest, out of everything on their menu, the sides is the least interesting to me. It's just variations on fries. So they have like regular fries, loaded fries. The one that looks at least different, they have a spicy ranch fries. So what it is they put like a spicy seasoning on it that's supposed to be hot, but then they give you a ranch dipping sauce to dip it in to cool it down. So maybe I'll try that. As for a shake, because they are a Shake Shack after all, I could get one, but I really don't think I want to. And the reason is I just had one. Like the last official DSP Tries It that I did 2 weeks ago was Shake and Go, where I had a big shake and it was really tasty. But like, I don't think I want to do another shake right away. I think I just want to try the menu, right? And I'll just have it with some water. So that's probably what I'll do. So I'll probably get a burger, a chicken sandwich, a hot dog, and these spicy fries. And that's going to be my DSP Tries It if we hit the goal today. All right. Now, also, I made you guys a deal. So that deal is still on the table. What is the deal? The deal is that if we hit the goal on this stream, so that we can do this actual DSP Tries It during this stream that I'm on right now, when I eat the hot dog, I will put on the legendary Sonic hat. The Sonic hat will come out of retirement for me to eat the hot dog. So, if you want to see Sonic DSP for the first time in ages, you better start supporting right now. That's right. The sooner the better. The sooner we hit this goal, the better, to lock it in. So we know that we're doing this today. Okay? So let's get some contributions. Let's get some subs. Let's get some tips. Let's get some memberships. Let's get it all. Let's go. Okay. All right. Official Rye Nirvana has gifted 5 memberships to the community. 5. Thank you to Official Rye Nirvana for 5 memberships. I appreciate that. That is $15 of support. Oh, I've never played the piano. Why are you asking me that question? What are you talking about? Anyway. All right. So, Official Rye Nirvana says $19. Ah, I wish. But sadly, it is not worth $19 because YouTube keeps money. YouTube keeps a cut of every single membership. So I count $3 per membership. That's what I get to keep. So that's what it counts. So there you go. Let's see here. Slayer says he played the Battlefield 6 beta last week. It was great. It plays like Battlefield 4. Sounds like a good thing. I loved Battlefield 4. Jade says, can I try the AK? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's a bunch of classes, right? So I think you have to use the classes. I'm not sure. Is that how it is in this one? With Battlefield, it wasn't you do your loadouts. It was always you have to use your classes, right? So there you go. We'll see. I'm going to try all the classes and see what they're like, and I'm sure one of them has the AK. That's probably a starting gun, right? What's going on, Captain DCW? Good to see you here this morning. He says he got a new graphics card working in his PC. He had to download a bunch of stuff, all the updated drivers and optimizing and everything. Oh, yeah. And the thing is, you have to check for drivers. Probably usually once a month, these graphics cards update their drivers. I actually haven't checked yet. Let me check to see if there's an update. Oh, there is. There's an update. Wow. There's an update for my gaming PC right now. I just updated it like 2 weeks ago, but because Battlefield's out, how much you want to bet? There's a update because of that. So I'm doing it right now. There you go. You got to be on the ball with this stuff and get all the new drivers for the newest games always. So good stuff there. Glad you're enjoying your new setup there. Here install. Yeah, it says it was just released 2 days ago. There you go. Okay. Slayer says he likes to engineer, has the blowtorch to repair and the rocket launcher to destroy. Yeah, that's right. The engineer's all about the vehicles. Oh, yeah. Very cool. I think you could actually use the blowtorch to damage enemy vehicles, too. If I remember, in previous Battlefields, you could do that. Yeah, cool. Okay, Mike has done a $5 super chat. We got to go fast for the goal. I'm also hungry. Thank you, Mike. I'm not. I had breakfast, but I'll be hungry by the time that we do it. So, Shake Shack is on the menu. The question is, what is it that you guys want to see me do next for DSP Tries It? Would you like me to go back to restaurants and or more local things? Would you like me to revisit some places that we've done from the past that were really good, such as Katsu Burger? Or would you like to see me do some crappy fast foodie thing like the McDonald's adult Happy Meal? I'm curious, like, what is everyone's take? And is there anything new at places right now that I should know about so that we know what to work towards next? Slayer said, any class can now revive. Support now revives faster, and guns are not tied to the class. Oh, really? Because I remember originally you'd have the default loadouts, and the default loadouts, each class always had a specific gun or whatever it was. I don't remember, how much you would be able to customize. Okay. All right, they want me to restart my computer. I will restart it to have the new graphical drivers enabled here for today's Battlefield 6 gameplay. Very good.
Spinning bird kick!
Frank Castle did a $2 super chat talking about Boss Man Jack. I don't know who that is. I keep telling you guys I have no idea who that guy is. You keep bringing him up, so thanks for $2. Okay. Ban Evader Real just became a sub on Kick. Ban Evader Real. What a great name. Alrighty then, let's get you up on the leaderboard. And then we have, hold on. It is BVan021 with a $10 super sticker, which is why there was no pop-up for it. Remember, super stickers, sadly, there's no animations that can be played on a stream, but you still get that cool animation in the chat. So thank you to BVan021 for a $10 tip, or excuse me, a $10 super sticker. Getting us up to $45 of support so far and climbing, nearly a third of the way to the goal. And that DSP Tries at Shake Shack today. Very nice. Okay. Logging in here to the gaming PC, getting it working again. Good stuff. I seem happy and bright. I do. It could simply be the lighting. I don't know. I don't feel any happier or not as happy today than I normally do. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, official Ryan Nirvana did a $12.34 super chat saying to the feed fund. Yes, thank you. Working towards DSP Tries It, and that's a huge step towards it. We're now at 57 and climbing. Thank you. Now we are officially over a third towards our goal for this morning. Well, this afternoon. It is now afternoon officially. There is the Sonic emote on YouTube, correct? You guys have the Sonic Phil emote on YouTube? I know that we have the Sonic Phil emote on Kick. We have it on YouTube as well, right? That's like an old emote. Very old emote, actually. That's a carryover from the Twitch days. No? There's no Sonic Phil emote on YouTube? Do we get rid of it? Wow, people are saying no. Damn. I feel like we had it a while ago, but probably people wanted another emote, so we replaced it. And now people want it, we don't have it on YouTube. I'm sorry. The problem on YouTube is that here's what's happened over the years, okay? And I'm sorry, I got a frog in my throat today. So, many years ago, I left Twitch and I came over to YouTube. At the time, I had a ton of emotes that had been unlocked on Twitch, but I couldn't use all of those on YouTube because I was starting fresh, basically, right? Over the years, sadly, people found ways to game YouTube's system. They use VPNs to claim that they're from a country where the exchange rate is incredibly different than it is in the US. And for some bizarre reason, YouTube scales the pricing of their products per region. So, for example, if you lived in Argentina, you could buy a membership on YouTube for like 2 pennies. something crazy like that. Here in the United States, it's $4. Okay, so that's 400 pennies. It's a pretty interesting scale, don't you think? So what people have done is they came to my channel and would gift hundreds of these subs. I would get like 2 pennies each. So basically, oh look, here's 500 subs, Phil. Oh look, Phil made like $7 on it. You know. So what ended up happening was it unlocked a ridiculous amount of tiers of emotes, and we went and we populated them all with as many emotes as we could. But then what happened was, of course, those fake, I call them fake memberships. They're not fake, but they're just undervalued, right? Eventually, what happens is those undervalued memberships expire. And then with YouTube, at least the way they used to do it, because I don't know if they still do it this way or not, is once you reduce the amount of members you have, you lose emote slots, because that's how you unlock them. The more members you have, the more emotes you get. Well, the less members you have, they remove them. They only let you keep the spots if you hold an emote in the spot. So let me give you an example. You get enough members to get 20 emotes. All of a sudden, your memberships dip. Well, if you remove an emote, like say you had 20, I want to remove this one. Now we're down to 19. Let me add it back. Oh, no, they said you don't qualify anymore because your membership's dipped. That's what ended up happening is we had like hundreds of emotes. It was a crazy amount of emotes unlocked. And then I lost a bunch as I was trying to replace them. They just disappeared. I was like, oh, crap. So it's hard now. Like, I don't even know right now if I were to try to remove or replace an emote on YouTube, I don't even know if they would let me. They might just remove the spot. So I haven't touched emotes on YouTube in a very long time because I know I have a ton and I don't want to lose any slots. It's really weird how YouTube works that way. In fact, let me take a look. I'm just curious because I haven't looked at this in a very long time. If I go to memberships, here it is, badges and emojis. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, yeah. So here's the funny part. I have something like almost 40 emojis unlocked. It says if I were to get 16 more members, I'll unlock 24 emojis. See what I mean? So I have like 16 extra emojis that I shouldn't have from all those fake memberships. So if I try to change any emojis on YouTube, I actually lose them. So obviously I don't want to touch that. I'm just going to leave it as is and not mess with it. It just sucks. I would love to add the Sonic emoji for today, but if I do, I lose the spot. I wouldn't even get it. So what I want to do briefly before we start talking about, well, actually, let's do this. Let's talk about where we are with each game. Because right now in my lineup, there's so many games and I want you to understand where we are with each one because some of these will be done sooner rather than later and others are going to be ongoing. Okay. So Battlefield 6 open beta, we're starting today. I hope it's good. I hope it's as good as everyone says and that I enjoy it and it runs well on my PC and we have a great time. If so, I'll be doing that again on Sunday. So that means 2 sessions of Battlefield 6 this week. Sadly, it ends on Sunday. Can't play it anymore after that. Maybe they'll bring it back, but being that the game comes out in October, likely not. But if it is good, then I'll probably end up buying it in October. Okay? Death Stranding 2. We are right there at the end. Tomorrow, I am not doing a podcast. Instead, it's just going to be the conclusion of Death Stranding 2. Now, I was told I could beat it in 2 hours, but you know what? Every single time that I hear stuff like that, I think, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then it ends up being longer than expected, or something happens. Like I have to do a bunch of shout outs, a bunch of talk. So because of that, I'm going to leave that entire first stream open. No podcast, just let's play Death Stranding. Now, the thing is, yesterday, I did the same thing, and you guys wanted to hang out, even though I wasn't doing a formal podcast, and I still was talking with you till like 12:30 p.m. It happens sometimes. You guys just had a lot to talk about and wanted to hang out, and it went well. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But we're not doing a formal podcast tomorrow. All right. Instead, we're just going to hang out a little bit and then jump right into the finale of Death Stranding 2. if there's time, which likely there will be, I may even do a special video to do like a mini review of what I thought about Death Stranding 2 after I beat it. Okay. So, first stream tomorrow is all about the end of Death Stranding 2. And then finally, we have time in the schedule for other stuff. Okay. Mafia the Old Country. Currently, I'm around 7 to 8 hours into this game. I like it. And the reports are that the game is 10 to 15 hours long. So I would probably need at least 2 more streams to beat it, but it's doing absolutely pathetically. And what I mean by that is attendance, engagement, and support. It's doing poorly. But I already bought it. We already played more than halfway through it or around halfway through it. I do want to finish it. If circumstances were different, I would say, hey, we're going to do Mafia on the late stream. The problem is circumstances are not different. The bummer here is that I don't have time on the late stream to play it. We already have other games on the late streams, which we'll talk about in a second. So because of that, Mafia has to stay a daytime game. And I know that sucks because, man, I've played it and I've had a stream that was, like $30 to support. So, yeah, it makes me nervous that no one's going to show up to watch me play Mafia, but I definitely want to finish it. All right? So I hope that next week when I play it, you guys will show up for it. That will continue next week on daytime streams, okay? Minecraft, doing well. In fact, I would argue that the last couple of streams of Minecraft have actually gone really, really well, where we're doing a bunch of fun stuff. I recruited, I got a cat as a pet. I sacked a whole bunch of stuff from this pillager ship, which allowed me then to start decorating my home, which I never really bothered with, but now I have things to actually decorate. And now I have enough of the pigments that I started coloring my sheep. So now I can start shearing the colored wool of the sheep and making items out of it. Colored bed, colored rugs, colored textiles for the house. So a lot of stuff is going on. Nice, good stuff in Minecraft that's been pretty fun. And I'm actually looking forward to more next week because the streams are chill, fun, lots of interaction, and they're always well supported. So Minecraft stays in the rotation as a late night stream. American Truck Sim. I mean, I seriously don't have a negative thing to say about the game, despite the fact that I still don't think the game looks so good. I think that the graphics are pretty outdated for what it is. Every time I play Truck Sim, it always works out really well. That where I'm using the wheel and the pedals and the shifter here, and you guys really seem to like when I do the Truck Sim streams. Maybe it's because I usually have a couple drinks in me when I do them, but we end up hanging out and having a great time. Once a week's working perfectly. And I'm looking forward to my Truck Sim streams on late night streams once a week as well. Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is a game that I've now played over 20 hours of. And funny thing is, last night, I finished up the snake stage, which, by the way, wasn't very good. And I went to a world that people are saying it's one of the final 4 layers or worlds of the game. In this world, you are not with Pauline. So she can't sing, which means she can't open up doors and things for you. Also, you can't transform at all. And honestly, if you want to know the truth, this stage so far has actually been one of the best in the game. Why? Because like a normal platformer, it's not just about smashing everything to get hidden items. There's a lot of puzzles. There's enemies you have to figure out how to kill. It actually feels good. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel samey. Why did it take 20 hours for them to put a level in the game that doesn't feel like all the others? Maybe the end of the game is good. Like maybe the last several layers of the game will actually be really good. But the fact is 20 hours of boredom and repetition led to that. That's not good. I actually have not really liked Donkey Kong for like 2 to 3 streams. I've been bored. Only last night in the last hour, I had fun. I was like, oh, wow, maybe the rest of the game will be good. We'll see. So last night, we did hit the goal. It was supported decently. So we're going to keep up with Donkey Kong as a late night stream. Probably, I'm guessing 2 more streams and we'll beat it. Because we're probably going to beat this musical stage and then the next one, and there's 2 more, and then the finale, supposedly. I bet it'll take, 2 to 3, but probably 2 more streams to wrap it up. We'll see. But I'm keeping that in the night rotation for now. Okay? Grand Theft Auto 4 with mods. Out of everything I just described, this is the one that I'm a little disappointed at. because I can't play it more. We did GTA 4 with mods last week. People showed up, engaged, supported, and loved it. Said, hey, Phil, if we keep showing up and supporting GTA 4, will you possibly consider doing the DLCs again? And I said, sure, we will. And then what ended up happening this week was we had a marathon and everything. So I could only play GTA 4 once tonight. It's actually tonight's late night stream. Okay? That's disappointing. It's the game that a lot of people are liking. And now I can only play it once a week. Next week, exactly the same. Next week, I have a 5-day streaming week. This means I can only play it once. Okay? So I swear to you, I will keep playing this game. I am enjoying it. It just sucks that we just don't have a lot of time to play it because I'm juggling so many games. And then lastly, Capcom versus SNK 2, which we've been playing in the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, probably about once a week. That will continue as well. In fact, that's going to be Friday night fights for this week. I'm having a lot more fun with Capcom versus SNK 2 than I was with Street Fighter 6, and I want to keep ranking up in it and doing better and getting better at the game. So there you have it. Currently, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Now, Battlefield 6 I can only play twice. Death Stranding 2 is about to end. And we're very close to the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza. All right? So we have 3 games that are in the lineup now that are not going to be shortly. So I'm thinking next week, here's what I'm thinking, okay? So today is going to be Battlefield 6 and GTA 4 with mods. Tomorrow, we're going to finish Death Stranding 2, and then it's going to be Friday Night Fights, Capcom versus SNK 2. I'm off from streaming on Saturday, okay? Sunday, excuse me, we'll do Battlefield 6 again, and then we'll do more GTA 4 with mods. Monday, we'll actually do a major stream of Mafia: The Old Country, and I will not do a podcast. That way we can do a ton of gameplay of the game and get really far into it, hopefully setting us up for the finale in one more stream. And then Monday night, American Truck Sim Chill. Tuesday will be the premiere of Suikoden 2 HD. Okay? Tuesday. Mark your calendars. That's Tuesday, August 19th. For those of you who loved the Suikoden 1 playthrough earlier this year and you want to see Suikoden 2, I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. It's not Suikoden. It's not Suikoden. It's Soi, or is it? Is it Suikoden? It's Suikoden 2. That's how you say it. Suikoden. I think. But anyway, Tuesday, August 19th, Suikoden 2 begins on DSPGaming as a major stream, okay? So for those of you who loved Suikoden 1 earlier in the year, I need you to come back. You guys were so awesome. You engaged, helped me figure out all of the characters in the game, and then you supported. And every single stream of Suikoden 1, we hit the goal. So we need to keep that momentum going next week. Let's do that starting on Tuesday, okay? And then Tuesday night, I'll probably play Donkey Kong Bonanza, okay? Then Wednesday, we'll do Mafia again, hopefully finishing it. And then Wednesday night, we'll probably do Minecraft. And then Thursday, we'll do another Suikoden 2 stream. And then Thursday night will be CVS 2. It'll be Thursday night fights. And then I'll be off Friday and Saturday, okay? Now, the week after is the week where we're going to have multiple new games. If you think about it, it would be, I'd be coming back on the 24th, but the 26th is Gears of War, and the 28th is Metal Gear Solid Delta. And then remember, Friday the 29th, which you've already announced, is going to be Mega Man Marathon 3, the finale, where I attempt to beat Mega Man 6 and 7 and 8 all in one sitting on one marathon stream while being inebriated, just like last time, okay? So this could be a very challenging, daunting task for the end of the month. So this should be good. This should be a good a good lineup throughout the rest of the month. But I hope that we can finish everything we're planning to finish. Like, I hope we finish Donkey Kong. I hope we finish Mafia. I hope we wrap these playthroughs up because we can't have them all be so lingering, you know? Cool. All right. That's the schedule. I hope that sounds good. The only thing that remains, we have to figure out what the next DSP tries it will be after Shake Shack. Because very well, we're going to hit that goal today, and then we need to figure out the next one to start working toward. Do you guys have any ideas what the next DSP tries it should be? Anything? Again, I know about the McDonald's adult Happy Meal. All right, it's a possibility. I'm just not sold on it because it's just regular McDonald's food. It's nothing special. Would I try the new Baja Blast drink in decades at Taco Bell? I don't know what that means. Let me just go to Taco Bell. What is this? Our ode to the street taco. Grilled steak or slow roasted chicken with street taco inspired flavor. Cheesy street chalupas are back. Cheesy street chalupas? Do these idiots actually think that in Mexico they eat fucking cheesy street chalupas? Have they ever seen a single thing about the cuisine of Mexico? They have some kind of a $3 steak burrito. Don't ask me about that. So if we were to do Taco Bell, we haven't done Taco Bell in a long time, right? We could do this new cheesy street chalupa. We could do the new Baja Midnight, and we could try the $3 Chipotle Ranch grilled steak burrito. We could. I'm not saying I'm going to like it or enjoy it. I'm just saying we could do that. It is a possibility. Okay. KFC is bringing potato wedges back. I don't know if that's necessarily a reason to go to KFC just for the potato wedges. I don't really like KFC at all. Here's the thing. What quality of steak are you expecting to get for $3? Can you you know it's going to be the insanely tough, chewy off cuts of real steak. It's not going to be good food, right? Someone tipped $1 says, try a new hot honey chicken sub from Jersey Mike's. That's not new, is it? Like they had hot honey months ago. Let me look at it. I'm pretty sure they had hot honey already. There's a hot honey chicken cheesesteak, and that's limited time. Now, I've had the chicken cheesesteak, and I love the chicken cheesesteak. It's incredibly good. They have multiple variations. They have like a chipotle, a big kahuna, bacon ranch. They're all good. So all this is a variation of the chicken cheesesteak. It's not necessarily new. It's just, oh, there's a hot honey variation. It's kind of like at Burger King when they claim they have a new Whopper and all they do is they toss on a new sauce, right? So not too sold on that one. Yeah, Slayer says it might take us 3 streams to beat Mafia. I guess we'll have to see. That's why I'm keeping space in the rotation for it. Like next week, at least 2 streams, I'm thinking. And then we'll see how it does and go from there. Togo's has a new pretzel bread pastrami. I've had Togo's before. I've never really been impressed, honestly. They're just not that good. Yeah, there it is, a pretzel bread pastrami. It's actually not. See, Togo's usually like Subway, but in this case, it's just a bun rather than a long piece of bread. I haven't had pastrami in a long time. I wonder if it's any good at Togo's. I don't think I've ever had pastrami at Togo's. Interesting. Well, we could do a pretzel bread pastrami sandwich at Togo's. We could do a few of the new things at Taco Bell. We could do the adult Happy Meal menu at McDonald's. And again, if you guys have any other suggestions, I'm down for them. Okay. But in the meantime, let's get some support. We're at $58 of support. Let's keep going. Let's hit that goal so that we can confirm that we're doing DSP Tries It today. When I play Battlefield, remember, I'm going to have to be focused on it. It's not like a chill stream where I can talk with you guys constantly. I'm going to have to pay attention to Battlefield, and I'm not going to be able to interact a lot. So we want to be hitting this goal as soon as possible to lock it in. Lock it in. Just like that. You lock it in so we know we're doing it today. Jade says he misses the Call of Duty days. I like having a first-person shooter in the rotation. But, I mean, I played Black Ops 6 so long. Actually, way longer than I usually would even play a Call of Duty game. I definitely got bored of it, and I wanted to do something different. So, hopefully Battlefield's good. If it's good, there will be a direct competitor to Call of Duty. That'll be great. John, it's like I said, with these Mega Man games, I'm really enjoying them because John says, if you don't beat Mega Man 7 and 8 during this next upcoming marathon, please be sure to finish them at a future date. There's always a possibility we could keep it going because there is a Mega Man 9, 10, and 11. Even though those are more modern games, I wouldn't be against playing them. So maybe we could do Mega Man Marathon 3 on the 29th, where I beat 6, 7, and 8. And then in the future, when we're looking to do variety for another marathon, we do Mega Man Marathon 4, where we finish up, if we didn't finish 8 possibly, and then maybe 9, 10, 11, we could do that. All right, so we got some extra time. If you want to tag me in chat, let's see what you guys want to talk about. Let's get some discussion going. And thank you guys for your early support. Like I said, please, let's hit that goal as soon as possible to confirm that we're doing Shake Shack DSP Tries It today. So, Daddy Big Bucks auto resubs. I don't think they're here, but that is an auto resub, and that does count towards the stream. So, thank you to Daddy Big Bucks for being a member of the channel. We're now at 63 bucks of support. Can we get to 75 and get halfway to our goal? Who's going to bring us to 75? Killdozer, no, I don't have any KO Gaming merch. We never made any merch for KO Gaming, even when it was an active channel from ages ago. We did not do that, no. What was the last Call of Duty campaign I actually enjoyed? Oh, man. If I remember, was it the Modern Warfare 1 campaign was just kind of okay. A lot of people said it was good, and I didn't like it that much. Modern Warfare 2 was awful. It was open world. I didn't even do it, right? I try to remember. It's a shame because every year, the campaign of Call of Duty was always a highlight. Like, they put a lot of time and effort into it, and they made it really good. And I always liked playing it and kind of getting through it before we jumped into the multiplayer. But what ended up happening was the quality just kept going down and down and down every year. And then eventually I started playing it like, man, I don't even want to play it. I just want to play the multiplayer. Like, I feel like I'm depriving myself of the fun part of the game by having to trudge through this campaign. So last couple of Call of Duties, I didn't even bother with it, right? Remember Black Ops 6? Oh, God, I remember. Everyone said the Black Ops 6 campaign was good. I couldn't get through it. I hated it. I played like 2-3 stages. I was so bored. I said, fuck this. We're doing multiplayer. So honestly, I don't even know if I'll do the campaign when we get the new game this year. Great Zero Taste, how are ya? My phone is over there because I need to do a currency conversion. Hold on one second, everybody. Great Zero Taste did a 20 Australian dollar super chat. So I just need to convert that so I know what it is. Hold on. That is $13. Thank you, Great Zero Taste. Appreciate that. That is our biggest super chat of the day. He actually overtook official Nirvana there. That gets us up to 76 bucks of support. So we have hit the halfway point, everyone. Thank you so much there. We're on our way to DSP Tries It today. He says, yay, Battlefield 6 beta, Phil. I think that you're going to like it. It's Call of Duty and Battlefield 6 together. I played about 15 to 20 hours over 2 betas so far. When they released the rumored Battle Royale, there's going to be toilets to hide in. Yes! Yes! Toilets to hide in are right up my alley, as you know. My speciality. Very nice. So, good. I'm excited for today. I don't know what modes are in it, but we'll try I see what modes are in it and play. Maybe we'll play 1 or 2 modes today and then more on Sunday if we like it today. If we like it today, I'm playing it again Sunday. I feel like there's probably going to be enough content that it warrants at least 2 streams, right? So, I'm excited. Mike just did a $5 super chat. Thank you, Mike. And he says, between Rare and Nintendo devs, which one has the better DK games? Well, here's the thing. You say Rare Nintendo devs, right? Well, Nintendo made the original Donkey Kongs, and then Donkey Kong sat on the shelf for ages as like a supplementary character who would be in like Mario Kart. Then Rare took up the mantle in the 90s for SNES and made Donkey Kong Country Series, right? And I think they made Donkey Kong 64. After that, Donkey Kong was again on the shelf for a while. They had the Bongo game and stuff like that. But then he came back later for Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I think those were Rare, were they? And then after that, he was on the shelf until Bonanza. So honestly, is there a lot to really compare? Rare really did dominate the major games of Donkey Kong for the greater part of like 20 years. And then only now has Nintendo taken it back. So the country games are classics and everyone knows that, right? I don't like Donkey Kong 64. I legit think it's a horrible game. A lot of people like it for some reason, but for me, I think that's just nostalgia. Like, objectively, comparing Donkey Kong 64 to like Banjo Kazooie or even Mario 64, it's like, dude, it's the far inferior game, like way worse than those others, right? So, anyway, I would say, Rare made more Donkey Kong games, so it's easy to say Rare. But now that Nintendo has taken the reins back and are going to start making them again, maybe eventually they'll do great. I think Bonanza is just okay or good, but not great, in my opinion. Genesis Gaming says, "Who was your favorite Gears villain?" In truth, I don't remember the Gears villains. It's been so long since I played the games that I only played each campaign once. I never played the campaign of Gears of War at all, the first one. But I played 2, 3, Judgment, and then I played 4, 5. There's no 6 yet, right? It's only up to 5. So I've played them, but I don't really remember the villains, quite frankly. I think I'm on chapter 9 of Mafia. I'm not sure. Do I think Call of Duty killed Medal of Honor? In truth, I never really played Medal of Honor. I don't know. I feel like in the 2000s, there was a lot of companies that were vying for the title of best FPS. You had Battlefield, you had Medal of Honor, you had Call of Duty. There were a few others too. There was like maybe 5 or 6 different games that were all trying to be the next best FPS. And then all of a sudden, consoles hit and Halo hit the scene and kind of made FPS games viable on console. Previous, it hadn't been. It was always a PC-centric thing. And then during the era of Xbox 360, when Modern Warfare 1 and 2 came out, they just started dominating. There was still competition, don't get me wrong. There was still Battlefield and Medal of Honor. Remember Bad Company and stuff like that. But basically during that era, that's when Call of Duty started to dominate. And sadly, it just never really rebounded. It's always been Call of Duty every year. Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. There are FPS games, but it's more team-based online shooters rather than, like a competitive first-person shooter. It's different. It's more like this kind of team survival mentality that really is dominant and prominent, as opposed to Call of Duty is the more dominant when it comes to competitive FPS, right? So, yeah, Medal of Honor, if I remember, started back around was it PS2 era? I do think they had a more modernized Medal of Honor, but it's been gone for a while. I remember seeing the games in stores all the time and some people talking about it, but I think what happened is you ended up getting the dominant companies getting most of the market share, and then those other guys just had to stop making the games. They weren't feeling like the investment was worth it when they weren't going to sell as much, you know? Which is a shame. I keep saying this. Competition breeds innovation. Without competition, you will not have innovative games. You'll just have more of the same over and over. You don't want that. You want innovation. Yes, Resistance and Resistance 2. I remember that. Resistance 2, I played. Did I do a playthrough of it? I think it was one of my earlier playthroughs. And it was an early PS3 playthrough as well. What is that? And Jay-Z says, would you consider playing Fast and Furious Arcade Edition on October 26th? I don't know what that is. Jade says, I hope Injustice 3 will be out soon. Well, I don't know about that, Jade. I mean, I hope that does. I just hope it comes out. I don't know about it coming out soon, but I do hope it comes out. I would like an Injustice 3. Slayer, I guess we'll have to see. He says he thinks that Mafia 3 is better than 1 and 2. I don't feel like I'm far enough into the game yet to make a judgment like that. Then I have to get a little further. Mowgli says, I'm actually not a fan of Battlefield 6 so far. It's way too quick and fast-paced. So are you saying it's like Call of Duty? Because that's how Call of Duty is. It's a super fun arcade racing in this Fast and Furious game. Oh, yeah? I never heard of it. Well, I haven't really been in arcades in a very long time, so maybe that's why I haven't heard of it. Oh, he said Mafia 3, not Old Country. Gotcha, I got confused. So you like Mafia 3? So Slayer, you're the opposite of everyone. Everyone hates Mafia 3 because of the grindy gameplay, and you say you like it because of the grindy gameplay. People disagree and say they don't like me too. I didn't like the grindy gameplay of Mafia 3 at all. I may eventually play Deltarune. It's not on the cards right now, especially because I'm about to start an RPG next week of Suikoden 2, but I may play it in the future. Is Akuma mid-tier in Third Strike? Uh, to my knowledge, he's either upper mid-tier or lower top tier. I don't think he's the best, but he's pretty darn good. Wings can't get into his old EA account because he got locked out and it's linked to a dead phone number, so he can't play the beta. Why doesn't he make a new account? It's not hard to make a new account. What are you talking about? You can easily make one right now. What, is he not going to play the finished game too? It doesn't make any sense. It's linked to his PlayStation Network account. Why is Wings of Redemption playing on PlayStation Network? Why is get a PC? Stop playing on console. Time to evolve. Time to evolve. Time to level up. You're playing on console in 2025, competitive FPS. What is your major malfunction, son? Get a PC. He's broke. I've heard the opposite. I heard he's not broke. I heard that he made good money and he's all paid up on his mortgage and he's good. Streamer mode? I should put on streamer mode for Battlefield. Absolutely, I should do that. Don't I have all the consoles? I do, but you notice now that I have the option to choose, I play on PC as often as I possibly can. Remember how mad I got when people told me to get a PC? Yeah, because I said I couldn't afford it. That was the thing. It's not that I didn't want to game on PC. It's that gaming on PC is incredibly expensive. Literally right now, I have a $3,000 gaming PC and a roughly $2,000 capture and streaming PC in order to be a PC gamer. Do you see the problem? You need like $5,000 to be a PC gamer. The entry to get into it is really rough. Now that I'm into it, I should be okay. This PC should probably be good for many years, right? I don't need to constantly keep upgrading. I should be fine for a while. You know what I mean? For one of them to understand, Wings made good money when he was with the Lol Cow shit. He paid up, his mortgage is paid up, and he's good there. He's not going to lose his house or whatever. He should be able to afford a gaming PC, and he should get one. He should stop with this nonsense of console plebeian existence. If you're going to do FPS games, you should be on PC. That is the exclusive way to play it. You know? It just is. Sorry. I have not seen any of these new Jurassic Park movies, Great Zero Taste. The only one I saw was Jurassic World. That was it. And that was, what, a decade ago? That was the last one I saw. I didn't see any of its sequels, and I didn't see this new one that I guess is a reboot. No, it's so many of them. Maybe I will one day watch them and get caught up with them. But I only saw that first one. Would I ever do a 1v1 marathon against Wings to rake in views and piss off LTG? Well, number one, you would have to be in something cross-platform because I'm not going to play on PlayStation. I'm not going to degrade myself down to that level. I only play FPS games on PC. So we'd have to find a game that's cross-platform so I could step down to the plebeian console level. So that's number one. We just got to get that straight. Number two, I would crush him. I would absolutely crush him because I'm on console. I'm on PC, excuse me. Even if, like, he's actually better than me, it won't matter because he's going to be so nerfed and limited by playing on a controller. Well, I have this gaming keyboard and mouse with almost zero latency. Even though they're wireless, they have almost zero latency. Yeah, I have this good equipment. It's like playing a game of baseball against someone who's using a wiffle bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you can't compete. So, but here's the truth, all right? I would hang out with Wings on a show, whether it's a podcast, an interview, whatever. Just shoot the shit with this guy and talk with him for a while. I think it would be entertaining and fun to do. I would play against Wings in a video game. I would do that as a challenge. The FPS challenge, DSP versus Wings, and Call of Duty and Battlefield. They try to play each other or whatever. Totally 100% I would do that. Wings, I'm sorry, he will never do it. If he was going to do it by now, he already would have. There have been numerous opportunities for us to do this. I've made myself open and available to it. I've DM'd him about it multiple times. He is not interested. So I just want to say it. It doesn't matter what he says in his content. It doesn't matter what he says on a stream. It doesn't matter what he says in a post. He's not interested. Because if he were, he would have accepted by now. And it gets to the point where you just don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like literally, I just don't care. He claims, oh, I have no ill will against Phil. Oh, I'd love to play against Phil. I'd love to hang out with him. I'll do a show. He won't do it. He just won't. He won't do it. How many times can I offer and he just ignores me? So there's no point anymore. And even if he contacted me, which I don't think he ever would, but even if he contacted me to do something, what's to say that he won't just change his mind and start ignoring me again? So at that point, you get to the point where you just don't care. And I'll be honest, I think it's a mental thing. I think this guy has like commitment issues. He has this weird nervousness, like maybe social anxiety or something. I don't know what it is. It's just freaking bizarre that he was able for a year to be part of lolcow content where he did a podcast where he was going out and doing stunts. That was all fine, no problem. But he can't just get on a show with me and have a conversation. He can't just play a game. That he can do from the safety of his own house in his comfort zone, right? No big deals. But he can't do that, but he could do lolcow live for like a year. You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand. It's insanely bizarre to me, but again, I don't understand a lot of stuff about different people. Everyone's different. I think it's a mental thing with this guy. Seriously, I think it's like some kind of a mental block where he just can't do it. I don't know if he's scared or embarrassed or whatever, I don't know. His mind is an emotional minefield. Jeez. Slayer, 46 months as a member, says, I just beat Mafia. It took me between 11 to 13 hours. Well, like I said, I am currently around 7-ish hours into it. I don't think that 4 hours would be enough to beat it. I think it's going to take longer than that. So, I mean, you guys remember, this is going back many, many years. This is before, you know, I ever reacted to the Wings of Redemption documentaries. This is before Wings was on lolcow Live. This is before the Kino Casino stuff. Years ago, all right, people were asking me about Wings and saying, would you do something with Wings of Redemption? And I was like, I don't know anything about the guy, at all. And if I remember, there was a little bit of talk between us, and then he lied about emails and stuff, remember? Like, basically, he, like, didn't respond to me or something. Like, I remember we had a back and forth via email, and then he totally lied. Like, he said something like he had sent me an email or responded to an email, but in reality, he hadn't. And then later on, he admitted, no, I lied about the whole thing. He's just weird like that. Like, I feel like the guy has mental blocks or something. Like, he would like to do something, a collab, but he just can't bring himself to do it. There's something there in the way that's preventing him from doing it. And I don't know if it's emotional. I don't know if it's like fear. I don't know what it is, but it's just bizarre. Very bizarre, his behavior in that regard. If he really has no problem with me, which he claims that, he likes me and stuff, then why would you ignore me when I contact you and I offer to do stuff? Which I think, listen, I'm not saying that Wings and I would do an ongoing lengthy show. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying have one stream where we're both just hanging out. Do a gameplay session where we just play the same game against each other or win the same party even, right? It could work, right? I don't get it. I don't understand it. You guys are saying he's lazy. I mean, fair enough, but again, I feel like, for me anyway, the times when I take a chance to get out of my comfort zone, listen, they don't always pan out, and we know this, right? Like, I've tried some things that did not work, but for the most part, if you know that trying something new is going to at least benefit you, even in the short term, at least give it one try, you know? Like some of the stuff that I put a lot of effort into, like rebooting Smart Guys or trying a Lego stream. And so I had to set up multiple cameras and angles and things, right? they didn't work out long term. But I did have some short-term success because of them, which I'm grateful for. So it was worth the effort, even though the shows didn't pan out to be, I'm still not building Legos and I'm still not doing wrestling commentary. But for the short time that I did them, they were fun and I made some money. So I don't see the problem there. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. Two Wings Wave bye-bye to any willpower years ago. Wow. All right, Slayer. Well, I'm looking forward to it next week. I hope people will actually show up for my Mafia streams next week. Like, I'm looking forward to the rest of the game, and I've enjoyed it, but the audience isn't there for it. They complain about it. Low attendance, low engagement, low support. It sucks. I never played the actual original Mafia. No, I played the remake. Yeah, I never played the original one. All right, anything else, guys? Diamond, I don't give a shit about Mr. Beast or what he does. I have no comment on any of that. I don't care about the guy. He's non-existent to me. I already have the game loaded. Do you guys think there's going to be updates that I need to load? Maybe I should boot the game to see if there's other additional updates to download. Let me do that now. Lixification says, I don't get it. People complain about Mafia 3, saying there's too much gameplay, it's too long. Now Mafia the Old Country is too short and too much story. I think what happens is audiences change over time. And now I have an audience that more wants to hang out, be social, as opposed to just seeing gameplay. Like, there are games, like, for example, for Battlefield, this will be gameplay, right? A Dark Souls game, that's always going to be a bunch of gameplay, any FromSoft. But I think that now, when you see a game like Mafia, you expect that there'd be parts where we can hang out, and there's just not. Like, it's so many cutscenes and everything. It's so cutscene heavy, it's ridiculous. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe people are turned off because it's just an experience where you can't really hang out during the game. It's more, we're all watching a movie together, right? And things change over time. What the? They're saying link your EA account to Steam. I don't even know what my EA account is. I have no idea. I literally have no clue. How am I supposed to give them this information? How the fuck do I know what my EA account is? I mean, you probably used it in a zillion years. Here, I'll just try this. Okay, they're supposedly going to send me a code so I can try to get this to log in. Because I don't have the EA app on PC. I never did anything with the EA app or nothing like that. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm in. Why are they sending me? This is so ridiculous. They decided to send me 2 verification codes. I'm serious. Finally in. I'm trying to see if there's going to be a download so we can get this going and we don't waste time when we're going to actually play it. There's a queue to play. It says game server full. Current queue position 5,400. Now 2,700. I'm going to just see if I log in if there's a download or not. Anyway, in the meantime, while that's going, someone took $2 and said, you don't care about Mr. Beast, but you want to stream with bottom of the barrel wings? Yeah, I don't care about Mr. Beast or the kind of content he makes or anything like that at all. I do feel like Wings and I have a little bit of history and a little bit of things in common. And I think that we could probably have a good conversation and or play some fun games together. I don't know why you think what that has to do with Mr. Beast. Nothing. Literally nothing. All right. So the queue is tiny. The queue is very fast. It's not a big deal to have to wait in that queue. Yeah. Yeah, it's excellent. If it actually will hide everyone's names and everything and people hopefully won't be able to stream snipe me, that'll be amazing. If every name is hidden, then no one can ever stream snipe you because they can never find you, right? That's good. That's what it says. It says with streamer mode, it's going to disguise everyone's names. So you don't know anyone else's name. They don't know yours. So no one can ever find you and try to stream snipe you. Okay. Are we good? Did we cover everything? Are we good to go to end the show? Just last call because, like I said, after this podcast ends, we're going on a break and then we're going right into Battlefield. So I'm going to have to focus on the game. We're not going to be able to chat anymore. But I want to make sure we covered everything. Good? We're good? Okay. So, guys, remember, no podcast tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow, I really need to finish Death Stranding 2. So please understand, I have to focus on that tomorrow. We have to be sure to end it. So I hope that you will join me tomorrow for a brief chill session. And then by noonish Pacific time, we will start with the conclusion of Death Stranding 2. The podcast will return on Sunday. So thank you all, everyone. for your support, for your engagement, for chilling, hanging out as always. Hopefully, we'll be doing DSP Tries It today, and the show will return on Sunday when we will recap everything. Thank you guys so much. See you then, and peace out.